Thank you, and welcome to the SASD Dispatch Communications Training video. Please prepare to dedicate at least 1 hour to this training. Make sure to pay close attention to this training video, as there will be a test at the end. In the first segment of this training, we will cover the beginning phase training of a dispatcher. As an emergency services communications dispatcher, you will need the following items: Sky program, Overwolf program, Sheriff's Department website CAD access, and lastly, in-game access. Be sure that you have coordinated with your dispatch supervisor to be added to the Sky program dispatch group. We will now move on to the role of a call taker. The primary function of a sheriff's dispatch call taker is to answer both emergency and non-emergency calls for service. After the call is received, placed into CAD, and prioritized, the call then goes to the radio dispatcher, which is then dispatched to police, fire, or emergency medical services. Before we proceed with listening to sample 911 calls, let's take a look at the computer-aided dispatch new call entry page. As you can see in the picture displayed on your screen, there are various fields that must be filled out on this page in order to accurately dispatch the call out. First off, there is a call priority. A call must be prioritized based on urgency of whatever the call may be. Generally, in-progress calls and calls that require immediate response for life or death reasons will be priority 0. The lower the priority, the more urgency there is for a response from first responders. A call type is the call subject or call title. For example, if the reporting party calls and states that she and her husband are fighting, that would be described in the call type as a disturbance. Next is location. It is important to get as accurate of a location as possible to ensure that the first responders can get there in a timely manner. The /find feature is encouraged when speaking with a 911 caller. Always have the caller confirm their location. The next portion is the narrative. It is important to include as much information as possible in the narrative to ensure that the first responders have a full understanding of the situation prior to their arrival. An example of things that should be included in the narrative would be vehicle descriptions, person descriptions, if weapons are on scene, the type of weapons. Include any names of involved parties, known injuries, and a detail of circumstances of what is taking place. Next, be sure to include the reporting party's name and enter it in the caller's name box. The remainder of the boxes are self-explanatory. It is important to include as much details as possible. We will now move on to 911 training audio. Although you will be listening to this audio as training, it should be noted that as a 911 dispatcher on Next Generation Gaming, the method of receiving the 911 call will be via chat, text, and game. Similar scenarios to what you are about to listen to will also take place in game. Please listen to the following 911 call and be prepared for a small quiz at the end.
Pakistan 911, what is your emergency?
Burglars breaking into a house next door.
What's the address there, sir?
7418. Not my address, but next door, okay?
Yes, sir.
I've got a shotgun. Do you want me to stop them?
Nope, don't do that. Ain't no property worth shooting somebody over, okay?
Well, they're breaking in right now. They're in their house. I'm watching them.
What color's the house they're breaking into?
It's kind of a red brick, right next to a two-story brick home, my home.
All right. What's the guys look like? White, black, Hispanics?
They're black, 2 of them.
2 black males? What are they wearing?
One's kind of a green shirt and white tennis shoes and blue jeans, and both of them are in the house right now.
What's the other one wearing, sir?
I didn't get a look at the other one. But hurry up, man. Catch these guys, will you? Because I ain't going to let them go. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to let them go. I'm not going to let them get away with this. Now, if you're standing in front of my house, okay, looking at it from the street, it'll be the left-hand house. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Stay on the phone with me till we get someone right over there, okay? Don't hang up.
I'm not hanging up, but I'm telling you right now, I don't like this kind of stuff, man. This is ridiculous.
Yes, sir, it is.
Broad daylight. I don't know if they're armed or not. I know they got a crowbar because that's what they broke in the windows with.
Which window did they go through?
On the side where the gate is, where the fence is, because nobody can see them. That would be the right-hand side, looking from the front. Man, this is scary. I can't believe this happened in this neighborhood.
What?
scary. I can't believe this would happen in this neighborhood.
Can you see anything at all?
No, I just see where they went in the house. I can't see in the house.
I understand that, but you can see where they entered in?
Yes.
So they might slip out the same way, or can you see the front of the house?
I can't see the front. I can go out the front, but if I go out the front, I'm bringing my shotgun with me, I swear to God.
No,
I am not going to let them get away with it. I can't take a chance on getting killed over this, okay?
No.
I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot.
Stay inside the house and don't go out there, okay? I know what you're feeling, but it's not worth shooting someone over this, okay?
I don't want to, but I mean, if I go out there, to see what the hell's going on, I mean, what choice am I going to have?
No, I don't want you to go out there. I asked if you could see anything out there, if you could see.
I can see a little bit of the driveway, but see, I can't see the front.
Can you see anything out in the front of the house, that like a vehicle they came in or anything?
No.
Let me know if you see anything at all from where you're at. Don't go outside, okay? Stay in the house. Mr. Horn, you still there?
I'm here.
All right.
I can't see the front of the house. I can't tell if they stole something or getting away or not.
That's all right.
Well, over there, I would assume, I hope not.
Okay. I mean, you know your neighbors?
No, I really don't know these neighbors. I know the neighbors on the other side really well. I can assure you if it had been their house, I'd already done something. Because I know them really well,
Mr. Horn?
Yes?
Why don't you listen to me carefully, okay?
Yes?
I've got officers coming out there. I don't want you to go outside that house. And I don't want you to have that gun in your hand when those officers are poking around over there, okay?
I understand that, okay? But I have a right to protect myself too, sir, and
Yes,
you understand that.
Yes,
and the
you
laws
do.
have been changed in this country since September the 1st, and you know it and I know it. I have a
understand
right
that.
to protect myself.
I'm right there
And a
with you.
shotgun is a legal weapon. It's not an illegal weapon.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that. I'm
All
just
right.
not wanting you to, make
Oh,
a mistake.
he's coming out the window right now. I got to go, buddy. I'm
Hey,
sorry, but he's coming out the window.
Don't go out the door. Mr. Horn? Mr. Horn?
God damn it, they just stole something. I'm going out the window. I'm
Don't
sorry. I ain't
go
going to let them get away with this. They
Don't
stole
go
something. They got a bag of
outside the
something.
house.
I'm
Okay?
doing it.
Mr. Horn, do not
I'm
go
sorry.
outside the house.
This ain't right, buddy.
You're going to get yourself shot if you go outside that house with a gun.
You
want
wanna
to
make a
what
bet?
you think. Okay,
I'm gonna
stay
kill
in the
'em.
house.
They're getting away.
That's all right. Property's not worth killing someone over. Okay?
God damn it.
Don't go out the house. Don't be shooting nobody. I know you're frustrated, but don't do it.
They got a bag of loot.
Okay. How big is the bag? They're carrying a
Just
bag
a hand.
of stuff. They're walking out about a handful.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which way are they going?
I can't. I'm going outside. I'll find out.
No, I don't want you going outside, Mr. Horn.
Well, here it goes, buddy. You hear the shotgun clicking, and I'm going.
Don't go outside. I'm going to get on your radio, Jessica.
Move. You're dead.
Pasadena.
Get the law over here quick, man. Get one of them's in the front yard over there. He's down. The other one's run down the street. I had no choice. They came in the front yard with me, man. I had no choice. Get somebody over here quick, man.
All right, Mr. Horn, are you out there right now?
No, I am inside the house. I went back in the house, man. They come right in my yard. I didn't know what the shit they was going to do. I shot them, okay?
Did you shoot somebody, Mr. Horn?
Yes, I did.
Where are you right now?
I'm inside the house.
You're inside 7418.
Police are out here right now.
Mr. Horn, put that gun down before you shoot an officer of mine. I've got several officers out there without uniforms on.
I am in the front yard right now.
Put that gun down. There's officers out there without uniforms on. Do not shoot anybody else. Do you understand me?
I understand.
I've got police officers out there that
I
do
am
not
right
have
out in the front yard waving my hand right now.
You don't have a gun with you, do you?
No.
Right. You see a uniformed officer? Okay, lay down on the ground and don't do nothing else.
No.
Lay down on the ground, Mr. Horn. Do what the officers tell you to do right now.
Get out, please. Where's the gun? In the house. Where? In the chair.
It is now quiz time. Question 1. Did the dispatcher identify an address? Question 2. Did the dispatcher identify the call type? Question 3. Did the dispatcher identify if there were weapons on scene? Please pause the video and take a moment to develop your answers. Press play when ready. Did the dispatcher identify an address for the call location? Yes, he did. He identified the address immediately after identifying the call type. It is encouraged for the dispatchers to establish an address immediately when connected with the 911 caller. Did the dispatcher identify the call type? Yes, he did. The call type in this particular incident is burglary in progress. Did the dispatcher identify if there were weapons on scene? Yes, he did. The reporting party advised that he had a shotgun in his possession. Now let's do an overall review of this 911 call. The dispatcher immediately established the call type, location, suspect description, and various details to be included in the narrative of the call. Because this 911 call was an in-progress crime, the dispatcher stayed on the line with the caller until law enforcement arrived on scene. This is encouraged for SASD dispatchers as well to ensure that if there are any changes, responding units can be updated with that information. Several times during the 911 call, the caller advised that he had a shotgun and was going to confront the burglary suspects. The dispatcher instructed the caller not to do this to prevent any confrontation. To minimize liability, an SASD dispatcher may not instruct a caller to do anything that can get the caller hurt. The dispatcher should obtain information from the caller in such a way that it won't cause further conflict or confrontation. This concludes the review of this 911 call. We will now move on to the second scenario. Please pay close attention as there will be a small quiz at the end.
He's in the house.
911, please start medical.
Is it a medical or what is it? There seems to be a bad fight next door. One's on the ground, one just got up.
What address?
Hon, our address is 5304 Mount Gallant Road. It's the house next door. I think their last name is Cross or Crocs or Cross, something like that.
Okay. It's directly across the street or next door to you?
Right next door, and there's a red truck. There's something going on bad. Hurry up. I don't know if I think he just ran him over in the red car. He's running her over.
He ran over somebody?
He's running her over. Or him. Yes. Get in there. Yes, he's running them over in the driveway. Oh, please, hurry up.
They're already en route, ma'am. They're en route. Listen to me. I need
He's right next door. He's right next. He keeps
ma'am,
up and running them over.
Ma'am, you've been so calm. Let's stay calm because you help me when you're calm. So the person is running
him over repeatedly in a truck.
Okay.
We're right next door.
All right. If I'm looking at your house, I'm standing there looking at your house. Is it on the right or the left?
It's on the right.
Looking at your house, it's on the right.
It's on the right, and it's a red Jeep that seems to be doing this. Wait a minute. Help! Stay, please.
They're already en route. What's your name, ma'am?
Susan Benson, and my husband's going out with a gun. Please hurry up.
They're already en route, ma'am. They're already en route, ma'am. What's your phone number?
280-7314. Bill, get over here. Hurry, please.
Ma'am, again,
please.
They're already en route. I can't make them go any faster than what they're going. They can't fly. They're in cars.
Okay.
Is the person that was ran over, are they getting up?
Hey, did they get up? Were they run over? No, they weren't right up. They weren't.
Ma'am, is your husband back inside with a gun?
Yes, he is. No, he isn't. I don't know was the boy run over? Oh, he must have.
What did he say?
Somebody hit the dog and killed it. We thought it was another person, but he ran the guy's dog over. We're not sure. Just please hurry.
Ma'am, again, they're already en route. I have to get this information that I can give them while they're driving as fast as they can.
I know, but we're watching it. So.
I understand, but getting upset and getting to where I can't, control the situation does not help. You being calm helps.
Okay.
So the person did not run over another human. They ran over a dog.
We don't really know, but I think it was a dog. I saw, whatever it was, he was backing up on it, but the truck is still there. He didn't leave, so maybe it was a dog. I don't know.
So the suspect vehicle is a red Jeep?
Yeah, it looks like, is that a red Jeep?
And do you know these people that are over there?
We do, but not well.
Do you not have any names for me?
What's their last name?
Especially the suspect's name.
Is it Josh, Bill? Josh is his first name.
That's a suspect?
I think. We're looking through windows across the yard.
Right, I understand. Do you see any weapons?
No, not yet. We don't see nothing. But Bill said, my husband said he's acting completely insane. Hon, I'll tell you what. About 2-3 years ago, his dad had shot himself over there. Maybe that would help.
Okay. All right.
We're right on my ground, right across from the field.
No, I don't have a problem finding you. I didn't ask where you were. I've got that. So they're en route. Okay. They're coming lights and sirens. They're going as fast as they can without,
Okay. Do you want us to set up our house alarm?
For what?
No.
Let me just talk to him, okay? Let me talk to your husband.
Hold on.
Hello?
Hi, is your name Bill?
Yeah.
All right, I already know where you are. You're at 5304 Mount Gallant Road. When I look at your house, she said that the people fighting are on the right-hand side. I don't have a problem with that. And my officers are coming as fast as they can, and they have been as soon as she gave me the address. So the questions that I'm asking her are not because we don't know where y'all are. We're trying to figure out what's going on in that yard because you guys are our eyes. You understand?
Well, all I've seen is, I thought somebody drug his dog up there. They might have hit his dog and he went berserk, I think. I ain't sure.
It is now quiz time. Did the dispatcher identify what services the caller needed? Did the dispatcher identify the call type? Did the dispatcher identify a description of the suspect's vehicle? Please pause the video and take a moment to develop your answers. Press play when you're ready to move on. Did the dispatcher identify what services the caller needed? Yes, she did. She identified that there was a disturbance next door to the caller's house, and that someone was possibly being run over by a vehicle. In this case, police would be needed. Did the dispatcher identify the call type? Yes. The call would be classified as a disturbance. And lastly, did the dispatcher identify the suspect vehicle description? Yes. The caller stated that she thought it was either a red Jeep or a GMC pickup. Although these two vehicles are very different, it at least limits the suspect vehicle to two different model vehicles and nothing else. We will now review the whole 911 call. In this particular incident, the caller started out as being very calm and cooperative. You will notice that the caller becomes seemingly anxious while awaiting law enforcement. The dispatcher repeatedly assures the caller that law enforcement is on the way. The dispatcher continues to try and gain pertinent information from the caller to alert the responding units. The dispatcher remained on the line until the caller disconnected for unknown reasons. That concludes the review for this 911 call. We will now touch on a couple of things that is expected from the SASD dispatchers. It is highly encouraged that the dispatchers learn to use the command line in the computer-aided dispatch system. This makes for quick, swift operation of the computer-aided dispatch system.
Whenever dispatcher is on duty, the dispatcher should have a minimum of 3 browser tabs open. 1 tab for the NCIC page, and the other 2 for the dispatch panel. This creates for quick functionality of the computer-aided dispatch system. One of the major tasks for a dispatcher is to make sure that they can multitask. This means that a dispatcher must pay attention to the non-emergency calls, emergency calls, TeamSpeak radio traffic, and in-game/R traffic. Dispatchers must be diligent in answering all those forms of communication in a quick, timely manner. Failure to do so causes a major liability. For this reason, the command line in computer-aided dispatch saves a lot of time and is useful. We will now move on to the second segment of this training. The training you just attended was for position call taker. This next segment will include the dispatcher for radio communications. We will now listen to a couple of dispatch to deputy radio recordings. Please take note of how the call is dispatched out. This has become the uniform way of issuing calls, and will remain that way, unless otherwise advised.
Kenya cars need tuners for disturbance. Los Santos, respond on channel 1.
What you just listened to will be referred to as the initial dispatch. After that initial dispatch is given, the amount of requested units will respond on the radio with their call signs only. After this, you will give the full dispatch. Please continue to listen.
10-4, Robert 33 and Ida 17. I'll show you 1076. This is going to be 4355 West Broadway, 4355 West Broadway. RP called in that advising that her and her husband are in a disturbance. Husband slapped her, nothing further.
Now what you just heard was the full dispatch. The full dispatch is broken down into 3 parts: units, location, call details. Dispatch acknowledged that 2 units were going to respond. Dispatch provided them with the address and the call details. It is now quiz time. Please order the sequence of the broken down parts of a dispatch in the correct order: location, units, call details. Please pause this video to take a moment to develop your answers. Your answer would be correct if you answered it in this sequence: units, location, call details. You were probably wondering why you weren't quizzed on the initial dispatch. Well, let's see if you were paying attention. Please pick the appropriate wording for the initial dispatch. If you chose answer A, you're correct. It is always important to list those 3 things. Now, at the end of the dispatch, you heard, respond on channel 1. The only time that would change is if there is a code 33 in effect, and you needed them to respond on channel 2, which is /R, so you don't compromise the incident on channel 1. This concludes this training video. Please contact your supervisor if you have any questions.